Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Texas League San Antonio Mission Replays. Today's the second game of our three-game series between the visiting Springfield Cardinals and your San Antonio Missions. Tomorrow we'll wrap up this three-game series. So San Antonio Missions will head to Midland for a 4-game set. Following after that, the Missions will head to Frisco for the first 4 games of 2015. Go online now and purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, download the First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball, and you can download that in any smartphone. Well, we are here at home as we get ready to play another edition of baseball here on Minor League Baseball Network. We're here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. We are still in April. Our 7 o'clock game. And clear skies as we begin this one here tonight. Fans, get out your line scorecards, because here's tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Springfield Cardinals. In left field for Springfield, Gerald Ryder. Batting second, the shortstop, Edmundo Sosa. Batting third in center field is Harvey Ware. Ware in center. Batting fourth in second base, Johnny Flores. Flores as second. Claudio Cedeno will be at third base, batting fifth for Springfield. Cedeno at third. Dante Shore will be the right fielder for the Cardinals tonight. Shore in right. Antoine Aguilera will be tonight's catcher for the Cardinals. Aguilera catching. Michael Joyle will be at first base. He'll bat eighth for Springfield. Joyle at first. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for Springfield, Brad Beckham. Beckham on the mound for Springfield. And now here's the starting lineup for your San Antonio Missions. Leading off in center field, Billy Richter. Batting second in shortstop, Rodney Finch. Batting third, the first baseman, Felipe Rodriguez. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Edgar Armas. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Roger Sharano. Howard Ferguson will be in left field, batting sixth for San Antonio. Ferguson in left. Kenny McClendon be at second base, batting seventh for San Antonio. McClendon at second. Chad Taylor will have the catching duties tonight for the Missions. Taylor catching. Batting ninth is the starting pitcher for the San Antonio Missions, Brett Kennedy. Kennedy on the mound for San Antonio. And that's tonight's starting lineups, and now we take you on the field as we begin the second of 3 between the visiting Springfield Cardinals and your San Antonio Missions. We are under the lights this evening as we bring you another edition of baseball here on Minor League Baseball Network. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Springfield Cardinals and your home team, San Antonio Missions. It's baseball, it's the show, and it's coming up next. Brett Kennedy is the guy on the mound for tonight's game. Here's the numbers that you see here. Now, starting off this ball game this evening is the left fielder for Springfield, Gerald Ryder. He'll lead this one off here tonight. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and that's counted, strike one. Crowds are still coming in here tonight. We have a beautiful evening here. Now here's the 0-1. Nope. And that's too high. Ball one. A brisk evening, 68 degrees, clear skies, and the wind's blowing from right field. Now here's the 1-1. And Tapper fouled. Now here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that becomes his first strikeout, one away. Chance now to give you the starting lineups for your visitors here tonight. And tonight's lineups, here they are. Now at the plate is the shortstop, Edmundo Sosa. He'll be batting in left in the box here tonight. One away with nobody on. Then strike one on him. Matt Vasgersian is off tonight. He will be on our next broadcast here tomorrow night as the Missions will wrap up this 3-game series against Springfield. And gotta say, Matt Vasgersian and everybody here from Minor League Baseball Network, that's pretty good. Broadcasters. Know he had a good couple of days off during the 3rd game with Tulsa and the 2 games against Springfield. Count holds 1-2 for Sosa tonight. That's too high for ball 2. We're getting close to our midway point here in April. The Missions are getting ready to play their next 4-game set with the Midland Rockhounds. After that, the San Antonio Missions hit the road to Frisco, and that'd be pretty good too. Now here's the 3-2 to Sosa. And there's the first walk. He's got a 1-out base runner to lead off their half of the top half of the first. That's Kennedy's first walk here tonight. And now here's the center fielder, Harvey Ware. He's going to try to get a base runner into scoring position. And that's too high for ball 1. Now here's the 1-0. Too high for ball 2. And the crowd's still piling in this evening as this game is hardly getting underway here. And he hits it to left field. Caught for the out. Out number 2.
Batting fourth, second baseman, Johnny Flores.
And now here's the second baseman, Johnny Flores. 1 on with 2 away here in the inning. And that's counted for strike 1. Now here's the 0-1. And that's fouled off to the left. Strike 2. Rockhounds and Missions are tied up with 8 wins during the start of 2015. I gotta say they're doing pretty good. And that's high. Lifted high into left field. And that's caught for the out. And that retires the side. So, nobody on. No hits, no errors, no runs. Nobody left on. To the bottom half of the first we go. And no score. Brad Beckham is our starter for Springfield Cardinals tonight. And now leading off for the San Antonio Missions, the center fielder, Billy Richter. And now here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that's tapped up. He throws to first. And that becomes the first out of the bottom half of the first. And now here's the lineups for your home squad. And now here's the shortstop, Rodney Finch. 1 away in the inning, nobody on. And that's fouled in the left field for strike 1. And oh man, that's a base hit right there. It's got a single with 1 out and away in the inning. It's a pretty good hit right there. Now here's Felipe Rodriguez. He's coming into the box. He will be batting in the left-hand box, as you see. And there's a double play. 3, 4, 5. And that ends the inning. So 1 base hit, but nothing becomes of it. We head to the top of the second. And now here's the third baseman, Claudio Cedeno. He leads off their top half of the second. And there's strike 1 to kick off the start of inning number 2. Now here's the 0-1. And the umpire says it's strike 2. Now the 0-2. And strike 3 called. That's 2 strikeouts for him. 1 away. Now here's the defensive lineups for the home team here tonight. Now here's the right fielder, Dante Shore. One away in the inning, and nobody on. And there's strike one. And that's high, that's high. Gonna catch it in the visitor. Nope. He did not catch it. It's called for foul for strike number 2. There's 0-2.
Oh, that's it.
Thought he had that third out. Third strikeout. My bad. For the second out of the inning. And he fouled that one off. Now here's the 1-2. Another one fouled off. He's staying alive out there. Still 1-2. And that's high. Bounces off the dugout. Still foul. Here's the 1-2 again. And strike 3 called. That's his third strikeout for Kennedy.
Batting 7, catcher, Anton Aguilera.
That's a swing and a miss opportunity right there. Couldn't put the bat right off his shoulder. Oh man. Yeah, that's a base hit for Springfield tonight. See, well hit that ball pretty good.
Batting 8, first baseman, Michael.
Yeah, they're into the hit column for the Cardinals here tonight. Springfield is trying to get their first base runner. Whoa, that backs him off the plate. Even for ball 1. Michael Joyle, the first baseman. Let's say he's pretty good with the bat. See if he could get this guy into scoring position. And it calls for strike 1. Mission's pretty good on home defense these days.
Ball 1.
And it's ball 2 counted on the right hand side of the strike zone. Two and 1 to Joyle. And that's 3 and 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
On deck for Cardinals tonight, Brad Beckham. He is now on the on deck circle. Waiting to see if this will be ball 4 or a strikeout. And that's foul ball, loaded up the count. Beckham is waiting on deck. And that's ball 4. So 2 base runners to lead off the top of the second with 2 away in the inning.
Pitcher, Brad Beckham.
And now here's the pitcher coming out for Springfield, Brad Beckham. First time in 2015.
Yeah. All 1's the count.
Leading up this one. And that's called for strike number 1. And he's going to throw to first. But he's back in standing. Here's 0-1. And that's high, drifting into right field. And that ends the inning. So 2 stranded with 1 hit in the inning, but nothing becomes of it. Now head to the bottom half of the second. No score. Now here's the right fielder, Edgar Armas.
Right fielder.
Armas will kick off the half of the second for the home squad. And he bounces off the first. And that becomes the first out. Now here's the defensive lineups for the visitors here tonight. Now here's the third baseman, Roger Serrano. 1 away in the inning. And nobody on bases. Oh, and that, look at that. Oh my Lanta. What a high catch. Sosa takes that one in for the second out. Whoa. Whoa. Man. Look at that beautiful play right there. He's going to be getting some high fives for that second out right there. Man. Wow. And there's strike 1. Howard Ferguson coming up to the plate. Now here's the 0-1. Strike 2. And I do gotta say, Beckham is putting in enough quality strikes. He could probably strike out the side with 1 more pitch out. There's 0-2. And that's pretty well hit. And, oh man, he's got trouble now. He heads to second. No, he wants a triple. Oh man, he's in there with a 2-out triple. Man, he was just flying down the bases. Thought that ball was going to be out for a home run, but didn't make it as far as it is. And that's called for strike 1 with a 4-seam fastball. Kenny McClendon, the second baseman, is now batting in left field position. Now here's the 0-1. And that's counted for ball 1, even it out. Was thinking it was going to be strike 2. Well, guess what? It is wrong. It's counted for ball 1. Never argue balls and strikes against the umpire who will eject you out of this ball game. And it counted for strike number 2. And counted it foul. Here's a 1-2. And I gotta say, that's pretty well hit. But that retires the side. So 1 hit in the inning. That runner stranded at third. So we go to the top of the third right now with no score. And now here's the left fielder, Gerald Ryder.
Left fielder, Gerald.
He'll kick off their half of the third. Now here's the 0-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Now here's the 0-1.
That's a ball.
And
1-1.
that's in a four-seam fastball. Hits the side of the strike zone for ball 1. Now here's the 1-1. And that's chopped foul for strike 2. Now here's the 1-2. Uh-oh. He got all that ball. Watch it fly. See you later. Over the wall for the solo home run for Gerald Ryder. It's a single over the wall, giving the visitors a 1-0 lead. Boy, you can see how hard he hit that ball. It is out of here. A lucky fan right there catches it.
Now batting, number 63.
So that run comes across the score with nobody out, so Springfield's got a good advantage point. Edmundo Sosa will come up to the plate as he inherited a walk. And here's the 0-1. Too low for ball 1. Now here's the 1-1. And that's hit for strike number 2. The 1-2. And that's pretty well struck. High, high, high. Caught it for the first out in the inning in center field.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harvey Ware.
And now here's the center fielder for the Cardinals here tonight, Harvey Ware. And that's chopped foul for strike 1. Now here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Trying to straighten out some balls where he can hit it like this one guy did in the top half of the third.
Nope, upstairs.
Oh. They thought that was ball strike 3, but nope. Incorrected on that one. It's counted for ball 1. There's your 1-2. And that's tapped. He's going to throw it to first. Will he make it? Whoa. He made it for the second out of the inning. That boy was just hustling. Number 20 on the Springfield Cardinals. Now here's number 32, Johnny Flores, as he comes up. Bats in right-hand position here at the home plate. There's 0-0. And that's hit high in center. And they'll drop into the catcher's glove, and that will conclude the top half of the third. So Springfield will get that one hit, but they come across the score. So they will lead this 1-0. Now here's the catcher, Chad Taylor.
Catcher, Chad Taylor.
They will see if they can lead, try to get something tied up against this
Counts 1-0.
1-0 score. That's ball 1. In there for strike 1 for a four-seam fastball. Now here's the 1-1. Oh, he misses it. And Taylor will be on.
Number 60.
Nope, never mind. What happened? He is caught for the out and did not make it as of that one. Kind of confusing play right there, but that's alright. They threw him out at first. And cannot argue with the home plate area. 0-1. Here's now the 1-0. And that's counted for strike number 2. Yeah, the changeup pretty good. Pitch speed at 84 miles an hour. Here's the 0-2. And that swing and a miss. He is out. Number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Billy Richter.
And that's popped up. And that ends the inning. And now here's the third baseman leading their half of the fourth, Claudio Cedeno. Now here's the 0-0. And that's popped up behind the third base. Third baseman has it. 1 away. The Springfield out in the top half of the third inning. Gotta say, that was pretty good. Pretty well struck ball that went out of the ballpark. A shutout is going on right now. Now here's the 0-1. And that's right to the tip of the strike zone. Called for strike number 2. Now here's the 0-2. And uh-oh, that's a base hit. A leadoff single with 1 away in the inning.
Now batting, captain, Anton Aguilera.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, wait a minute. He got... Nope, never mind. That's base hit in the scoring position with 2 runners on with 1 away in the inning. And Michael Joyle will be the first plate appearance. Seeing inherited a walk. 2 base runners on with 1 away in the inning. Now here's a 0-0. Has popped up behind the home plate area. The infield fly rule will come into effect. And we're going to get the pitch speed comparison as these 2 starters on the mound for Springfield and San Antonio both tied up with 94 even mile an hour. Now here's the Springfield pitcher, Brad Beckham. And that's called for ball 1 for a 4-seamer. Now here's the 1-0. And that's pretty well hit. Oh man. That's a base hit right there that loads up the bases. Bases loaded with 2 away in the inning, and the mission's now in trouble. A hit over the wall will push them out. The 4 runs that will come across the scoreboard, leading it to 5-0 if a over the wall gets through. And there's strike 1.
0-1.
Mission's in a jam here now. Gerald Ryder in the left fielder. Well, being the box in the left. And that's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. 1 strike away from getting out of this top half of the 4th. You gotta say, he's pretty ferocious when it comes to his pitching and stuff. Now here's the 0-2. And that's popped high behind the second. And that jam will not come back and haunt him as this inning is over. So a couple of base hits. Nothing becomes of them. So Springfield still leads this thing 1-0 in the shutout. Now here's Rodney Finch, the shortstop, 1 for 1 with the single in the bottom half of the 1st. Now here's the 0-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Bottom half of the 4th as we go through this one. That's in there for strike number 2. Mission's on the road after tomorrow night's game. They head to Midland for a 4-game series. And that's strike 3 called. 1 away. Not happy about that one, shall I say. Now here's Felipe Rodriguez. And that's caught out behind third base. Out number 2. 2 quick outs in the bottom half of the 4th inning with nobody on. And now here's the right fielder, Edgar Armas. And that's in there for strike 1. And now here's the 0-1. In there for a changeup, strike number 2. Now here's the 0-2. And that's caught out in right field as the side now retired. So no hits. We go up to the top of the 5th. Springfield leading this 1-0. And now here's the shortstop for the Cardinals here tonight, Edmundo Sosa.
Number 63.
They will lead off their half of the 5th.
1-0.
And that's a little off to the right of the strike zone for ball 1. And he swings and misses it for strike 1. Jeez. Look at that beautiful swing. Swung right through out of his shoes. Now here's the 1-1. And that's pretty high in the left field. And the left fielder's got it for the first out, 1 away.
The center fielder, Harvey Ware.
And now here's the center fielder, Harvey Ware. He grounded out. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's too low for ball 1. Now here's the 1-0. And that's going to clip the right of the strike zone. Called for ball 2. The 2-0. And oh man, got lucky on that pitch. He called for strike 1. Count leads 2-1. Springfield leading this ball game, 1-0 shutout going. Whoa, look out there. Easy, boy, easy. Get down, duck for cover. And that ties up the balls and strikes. Now here's a 2-2. And fouled off to the left-hand side here. The 2-2. And that's popped up behind third base. The third baseman has it. And that becomes out number 2. Well, Corpus Christi getting shut out by Tulsa here tonight. As I am reading their lineups here. Tulsa has 3-0 brewing against the Corpus Christi Hooks tonight. Corpus Christi will have one more game before they head to Frisco. And the pitcher has it, throws to first for the out, and that ends the top half of 5th. And now here's the third baseman, Roger Sereno.
Third baseman, Roger
Sereno will lead their half of the 5th. Oh, and that's a base hit up the middle. Little trouble for them now, as the Missions are going to try to get a hold of that base runner and bring him across to tie this ball game. It's the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Padres organization here on San Antonio Mission Replays. Base runner at first, nobody out with 1 strike. Now here's the 0-1. Oh boy, they got 2 base runners now. And he overshoots it. Oh man, look out.
The batter, number 10, second baseman.
So the Missions are trying to get a hold of that runner in scoring position. And this will bring up Kenny McClendon to the plate for San Antonio. 2 base runners out. Or, correction, 2 base runners on with nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th. Missions trying to get on the board. Whoa, that ain't good. That's a double play right there. Oh, never mind. They will get the force out at second. They look like they nearly had the double play, but they didn't. The corners are now loaded up with 1 away in the inning. leading that force out at second. Chad Taylor coming up, as he is now at the plate for the missions. Now here's the 0-1. And that's danger right there, and they tie this ball game. That runner, here comes another runner. And they will break the seal early, as now the two runners score, giving the missions the head lead in the bottom half of the fifth, with two runners coming across to score. Missions now cutting edge of this shutout, and it ends right now. San Antonio pushes 2-1. The base hit could pretty much get a third person home,
No balls, 2 strikes.
and that becomes strike number 2. Well, nighttime falls here in San Antonio. The third baseman has it,
He's out.
and that's 2 away.
The batter, center fielder, Billy Richter.
Now here's Billy Richter. He'll try to get that man home in scoring position here at second. And that will end the inning, as that will be the third out. So 2 runs on 2 base hits. To the top half of the 6th we go. The mission's out in front, 2-1. And now here's the third baseman, number 17, Claudio Cedeno.
Claudio Cedeno.
They'll see if they could try to get this ball game tied up again,
Ball.
hoping to keep it tied to the top half of the 9th inning. Now here's the 1-0. And the umpire calls strike 1. The 1-1. And the second baseman has it. Throws to first for the first out of the top half of the 6th.
The right fielder, number 33, Dante Shore.
And now here's Dante Shore coming up. He will be the potential tying run coming up to the plate here this evening. And that's high, drifting in the center. The center fielder has it. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Anton Aguilera.
Now here's Antoine Aguilera. And that's a base hit up the middle. Tying run now up to first base in this one.
The first baseman, number 22, Michael Doyle.
And now here's Michael Doyle with 2 out in the inning, with that base runner and tire at first. Now here's for strike 1. The 0-1. And that's called for strike number 2. Mission's out for a good head start here. The bottom half of the 5th inning. About the 2 base runners home.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And that's too low in the dirt for ball number 1. The 1-2. And that's high. The right fielder has it. Whoa. He nearly dropped it, but kept it in the glove for the final out of this inning. So the Missions still lead this ball game 2-1 in the scoring book. Now here's the shortstop, Rodney Finch. They will have this bottom half of the 6 to add on here in this one. And that's going to be trouble. He's around first, headed for second. And he's hustling. Hustle, man, hustle. Run, Forrest, run. And that's a no-out triple. Jiminy Christmas. Hustling like crazy out there. And now he's going to be the runner at third. A base hit will get him home. Oh, man. That's a pretty good base hit right there to get a guy at third. That 4-seamer fastball on Felipe Rodriguez called for strike number 1. Night falls here in San Antonio. We're having baseball here on this day, April 21st of 2015. Missions play host Springfield tomorrow night, 7:05. As we will have our final game against them. Springfield Cardinals. Let's say he did not like that pitch right there. Called out for the first out of the inning.
Right fielder.
Not happy about that one. He's shaking his head in disbelief. And here's the right fielder, Edgar Armas. And now here's the 0-0 pitch and called for strike 1. A runner at third with the Missions leading this ball game 2-1 against Springfield. And then there's strike number 2. Grounded out. The first baseman has it for the out, but the runner comes across to score.
Now batting, third baseman, Roger Serrano.
And that's pretty well hit. And that's a base runner right as he approaches first. Okay, where am I getting third base at anyway? There ain't nobody at third. I'm a big fat knucklehead. Pretty funny on that one. And that's in there, called for strike 1 on Howard Ferguson. And that's in there for strike 2. And that's in there for strike number 3, and that retires the side. So, 1 run comes across to score. 7 hits, no errors. Welcome back to Texas League Baseball here as we get ready to start the visitor half of the 7th. And here's the scores you see here.
Your attention, please.
Now there's going to be a pitch hitter, Tahihio Ishikawa. He will be the pinch hitter that will lead off the top visitor half of the 7th. And that's high. Pop up behind the plate, and that is the first out here in the 7th. And hello there, welcome. Whoa, and he's got a base hit. He's headed for second. And he is safe at second with a 1-out double.
The batter, number 63.
Thought that first baseman had it, but did not have it in his sight. That is for sure. And now here's the shortstop, Edmundo Sosa. He's 0 for 2 with the walk in the first. And there's strike 1 on Sosa. Now here's a right-hander getting ready, warming up in position. Johnny Mason warming up for his pitches on the mound. And that runner steals third base. And he is now 90 feet away from scoring into this one. And then there's the 2-1. The 2-1.
Ball, that's it.
Outside for ball 3. Harvey Ware is now on the on-deck circle. Getting ready to come up to the plate next. And that's high in the center field. Caught for the out. Here comes the runner at third. And they are inching closer. As that run comes across to score, making it a 1-run ball game for the Cardinals visitors tonight. Gotta say the sacrifice fly was into that one. Harvey Ware pop out in the 5th inning. Coming up to the plate for his next try to get this ball game tied with San Antonio.
Ball, that's outside.
And that's outside for ball 1. The 1-1.
Ball, that's high.
And it's too high for ball number 2. Listen, this guy on the mound is getting pretty tired. Did pretty good. And now they're going to have a change here. Oh, here comes the manager out of the home dugout, approaching the mound, and that will do it for tonight's starting pitcher, Brett Kennedy. So he gives a tip off the hats, and he is still in it for the win, or a no decision if nobody comes across the score. Guy Shipman is the new starter on the mound. He will see if he can work this one in. Now here's the 2-1. And that tie right behind second. And he got lucky there. Happy birthday. And that ends the inning. And now it's here stretch time here at San Antonio Missions. Missions to lead it 3-2 in this close game here tonight. And now here is the next pitcher for the Cardinals here tonight, Johnny Mason. He will take the mound, greeting Kenny McClendon to lead off the bottom half of the home seventh. Andres Escobar is warming up now in the Cardinals bullpen. That's in there for strike one. Now the 0-1. And a base hit, and that misses the right fielder. A little energy in these guys here tonight. That's a pretty good hit right there. Matthew Aoki, he is coming on. That's in there for strike number one. Now here's the 0-1. And there's another base hit. And Springfield looks like they're about to get in serious trouble. Now Dustin Gonzalez will be the Missions pinch hitter. Two base runners on with nobody out, 3-2 as we are in the bottom half of the home seventh. And there's the run. That will hold the bases loaded, nobody out. The Missions are getting pretty warmed up as bases now become loaded. Nobody out, bases loaded, and this will bring up the center fielder Billy Richter coming up to the plate next. He's going to see if he can work some magics into this ball game. A grand slam would be perfect for this home crowd here tonight. That will push them a lead up to 7-2 if they could do that pretty well. And that's in there for strike one. McClendon at third, Taylor at second, Gonzalez at first, with nobody out in the inning. And that's pretty well hit. Tagging is the runner going to the plate. Oh, and he's got a double play pickoff, but that does allow the runner to score. So two quick outs, leading up a double play right there. And that will end the inning as the bases will unload. Nobody coming around, but only one So the Mission's 4-2 with a couple base hits.
Your attention.
Kevin Simon will now take the ball and
Number 7, Kevin.
get ready for the visitor half of the 8th. Now here's the second baseman, number 32, Johnny Flores.
Second baseman, Johnny Flores.
They will start up their half of the 8th inning. This ball game is about almost over.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And he did not swing at that one and called for ball number 1. Big crowd here tonight. Do say about 8,000. No, I've got to say probably lower than that here. Go about 7,563 people coming out to this ball game here tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow
Nope, outside.
it's our final game with Springfield till we next meet up again. Count holds 2-1 with nobody out. Flores up at the plate. Here's the 2-1. And that evens the count 2-2. 4-2 our score as we play the top half of the 8th inning with San Antonio leading this ball game. And that's pretty well high. And nobody ain't going to touch that one here. Now here's the 2-2. And that's pretty high into center field. The center fielder has it. That's the first out.
Now batting, third baseman,
Here's the starter comparison. Both of these starters did not make it halfway. Brett Kennedy took till seven plus innings while the other was called out. Now the 0-0 pitch in there, strike 1. What San Antonio Mission replays is memories of this former AA team. In there, strike number 2. This team will get a advancement forward to AAA in 2019. Payne Hurts, how's it going, man? Good to see you. And that's high. Drifting in the left. Called for a foul for strike number 2. Welcome our viewers to coming in. It's foul ball and right in the first baseman's glove. Counted for strike number 2, staying alive in this one. And here's the 0-2. And still hanging on. Battle continuing to go on here. This day in 2015. Pretty good day. And there's a strikeout. Guessing this is his 3rd or 4th strikeout. Who knows? Now here's Dante Shores, the right fielder. He's 1 for 3 with the single. And he comes up with 2 out in the inning.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And that's upstairs for ball number 1. After our 8-away game set with the Frisco Rough Riders in Midland, the Missions will get a 8-game homestand, playing the Midland Rockhounds and the Rough Riders following in after that. We believe that will conclude the month of April. We'll have 1 month down and about 5 months to go left of the 2015 season with the San Antonio Missions. And that's ball 3-1. Antoine Aguilera is on deck. And the 3-1. And that's ball number 4, and Simon walks at him. And now this manager is just giving an earful to the home plate umpire. Gotta say, he better shut up before he gets ejected. Probably shut up is a bad word to say, but gotta say, he better just be quiet before that umpire gets him. You know, don't argue ball and strikes, because like I said, that will get you ejected really bad, because the umpire knows what he's doing.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that's counted for ball 1. 1-0 on that one. A base runner on with the tying run coming up to the plate here. And their runner's headed for second. And he gets picked off. Well done. Wow. And that will conclude the top half of the 8th inning. And here's this magnificent play closing out the top half. Now here's Felipe Rodriguez. He will come up to the plate here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's called for strike 1. That's in there for strike 2. Good crowd tonight here. And here's the 0-2. Oh man. Foul ball. Thought it was fair, but nope. It's out for foul ball. And there's base hits. The right fielder did not have the ball in his grasp. Boy, that guy tries to bring it down again, but did not have a good chance of doing that, that's for sure. And that's going to be danger right there. And that third base is running. Run home, Forrest, run home. Picked off trying to score, and that's the first out of the bottom home 8th inning. Rodriguez becomes the first out, and that will bring up the third baseman Roger Sherrano. The one guy will get picked off at the plate, while the third baseman will hold on. A 4-2 ball game for the San Antonio Missions tonight. And they just woke up the bats, and that becomes their 5th run that comes across the score. And this home crowd gets happy. A 5-2 victory is going to be imminent in this one. a RBI, which is pretty great right now. Base runner on at first. Call for strike one. Howard Ferguson coming up on the plate here tonight. Now here's the 0-1. Now, man, double play. That will end it. Uh-oh. Okay, correction. Miscorrection. There was no double play. The force out was at second. But they didn't get the runner at first. And Ferguson will be the one saving this one. So this is the final out for the missions in this one. And that concludes the bottom half of the 8th inning. The missions getting out 1 run on a couple base hits. 5-2 our score as we end the half of the 8th. And now here's Antoine Aguilera starting their things in the top of the 9th as they have a big hill to climb out of this one. And gotta say, not looking good at all. And that's pretty high, drifting in right field, called foul for strike one. Now here's the 0-1. And that's a base hit. And that's going to give them trouble. And the runner's heading for second. Yeah, base runner at second, doing pretty good this evening.
Michael Doyle.
And now here's Michael Doyle coming up to the plate.
1-0.
And whoa, look out, that nearly just about took his nose off. And the 1-0. And that's popped up. And the right fielder has it for the first out of the inning. 2 outs remain for the visitors.
Mason, your attention please. Bench hitting for
As the pinch hitter Jerome Coburn will hit for the pinch hitter. And that's on the left for code strike one. Fans get pretty happy as this will be a win for the San Antonio Missions. And that's counted for strike two. 0-2 with 1 runner out and a base runner at second. Now here's the 0-2.
Yep, that ball went out.
Thought it was strike 3, but it was miscorrected for ball 1. Now here's the 1-2. 2-2. Now here's the 2-2. And that loads up the count. 3-2. Gerald Ryder is getting onto the on-deck circle as he will be the next one batting if this goes into ball 4. And that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out right there for the second out. Now Springfield is down to their final out of this ball game. And gotta say, this 5-2 victory is going to go pretty good for the Missions.
Ball 1, no strike.
And here's the 1-0. That's in there. Strike number 1. Aguilera at second. 2 away in the inning with a 5-2 score here in the top half of the 9th inning. The final out of the inning. Rest is on Gerald Ryder. Now they're down to their final strike of the evening. Now here's a 1-2. And that 4-seam fastball will clip the right of the strike zone, and that will be counted for strike ball number 2. It was not counted strike. It was ball 2. There's a 2-2. And that loads up the count 3-2. Edmundo Sosa gets on the on-deck circle as he's hoping for ball 4 that will push the guy at the plate to first, hoping the next guy will be ready to be the tying run at the plate. Here's the 3-2.
No, that's it. Ball 4.
And that's out of there for ball 4, and first and second loaded up now.
Number 63.
Ryder is now on second. Aguilera remains on second. Now here's Edmundo Sosa. He will be the tying run to the plate. And that's in for ball 1. Now the 1-0.
Nope.
And that's 2-0. Seems like this pitcher on the mound for San Antonio is struggling a little bit to hit that strike zone. Two base runners on with 2 away in the inning.
Nope.
And that's 3-0 now. This would be a tough situation here. And the situation is he could get those bases loaded or hit a base hit. And this would be a 1 deficit game between Missions and Cardinals.
Ball 4, that's up.
And that's ball 4. And the bases become loaded as the final out in the top of the 9th inning. Now here's the go-ahead run, Harvey Ware. Now here's the 0-0 pitch. And it's in there for strike 1. If Simon could close out this ball game right here, it'd be pretty exciting to watch if he does. This home crowd is getting pretty restless to see what could happen. Now here's the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
And that's a little to the right for ball 1. And this is the at-bat with Harvey Ware, and on deck will be Johnny Flores. Now here's the 1-1. And that's the final out of the inning, and that will strand them out of danger. Hallelujah on that one. And that is the ball game. So the Missions will take this ball game, a 5-2 victory here tonight. And gotta say, the starting pitcher will get the win and claim it as a victory. Victory for his ball club here tonight. And gotta say, Beckham is going to take a loss after this one. They will load up the bases. Thought that was going to be a base hit, but that was erased.
Fans, our final line score. First.
And the ball game comes to a close tonight as we end the second game of this 3-game series here, as the San Antonio Missions will claim a win.
No errors. They left 11 men on.
So this will be the 11th stream broadcast here between San Antonio
And please drive
versus Springfield and Tulsa. And we got to see who won for 419. And the Missions will get their 9th win. Their 9th win in this one. So 9-2 for San Antonio. Springfield is 5-6. Corpus Christi will get their 8th win as they defeat the Tulsa Drillers, nailing in a grand slam, making it a 4-3 contest, loading up bases and kicking them where they hurt. Well, the Midland Rockhounds will be shutted out by the Arkansas Travelers. Final in that game will be 2-0 in that one. Arkansas will claim their 6th, and Midland will take the loss. So they will be 8-3 in this 2015 regular season. The Frisco Rough Riders at the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. The Naturals will win as they will claim their 6th win, tying up the Arkansas Travelers 6 wins and 5 losses apiece as they defeat Frisco by a final score of 3-1. So the Rough Riders will get their 8th loss. So they'll be 2-8 in the season. So gotta say that's pretty bad for them. So the mission replays will continue tomorrow night with our final game in this 3-game series as the San Antonio Missions will get ready to see the Springfield Cardinals till the next time we play them. Well, the Missions will hit the road after tomorrow night, and they'll be gone for 8 straight games, as San Antonio will head to Midland and Frisco. Then they will return home as the San Antonio Missions will play host the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders right after that. So, gotta say, it's getting interesting here on this one. So we are going to go ahead and look up something pretty cool for the schedule. And we gotta look up the 2015 mission schedule. And I do believe Minor League Baseball Network will have that. So tomorrow is Tuesday, the 21st. And gotta say, that right there is pretty good. We get a day off tomorrow. I'm sorry, the 22nd. 22nd. Be our final game before our 4-game set with Midland. And gotta say, that's pretty good. Well, tonight's final from San Antonio is 5-2 our score against the visitors, Springfield Cardinals. Well, anyway, guys, hope everybody has a good night. And we'll see y'all again in the finale of this 3-game series between the San Antonio Missions and the Springfield Cardinals. So have a good night, everybody.